Hello everyone. So since 2021's over and we're in 2022 now, I think now is a better time than ever to talk about my plans for this channel and what needs to be changed for the future. So right now I'm in a year in school where our jobs and our future is talked about a lot, and it makes me think about what I'd like to do as a career, and for me it's only one thing, and it's YouTube. That's the only career that I'd like to do. It's the only career that I think I'd actually have fun doing. But to do so I'd have to grow a decent amount in terms of subscribers and views before I end school, so I could have a decent amount of income and it could actually be considered as a job that I could legitimately do. So now I've been thinking more than ever about what I can do to improve the channel and grow even more, and that's where I think I need to make some changes. So I think that the overall one change that I need to make is just to be more real and transparent with you all. There's a quote from one of my favorite artists, XXXTentacion, who says,
Here's my prime fucking motto. What is real will prosper.
And what he says is 100% true. Artists like X himself, Juice WRLD, Kanye West, Mac Miller, these are all some of my favourite artists, and I love them all because they're just all unapologetically themselves, and they express how they're feeling with no filter, and they're successful as a result of it. And the exact same applies with YouTubers. YouTubers that I feel connected to and stand out the most to me are the ones that are the most genuine and don't put on as much of a filter, such as FaZe Jev, Callum's Corner, and Sneeko. If you watch my videos, you probably know who FaZe Jev is, but you might not know those other two creators I mentioned. But the reason I love all three of these creators is they're just themselves. And it's so refreshing to see in a world of social media where people just try to put on the most advertisable version of themselves. It's so refreshing to just see people be themselves. But how does all of this apply to my channel? I wouldn't say that I'm fake on this channel, but I definitely think I could show more personality and be more genuine. I think I definitely need to change the way I make my videos. So currently the way I make my videos is, I have an idea for a video, I fully script what I'm going to say, I record the voiceovers, edit the video, export it, process it to YouTube, do the tags, thumbnails and all that shit to beautify it and make it perform better, and then upload it. Now there's nothing wrong with the second half of what I just said there, but I think changes need to be made about how I script and do the voiceovers for my videos. Number 1, it's too long. I can't make videos as often as I'd like to at times because I put way too much time into the scripting and the voiceovers. Reason number 2, I don't enjoy it. I get frustrated a lot of the time while doing the voiceovers and trying to do the same take over and over and over to get the perfect take, and I procrastinate a lot from typing the script. And reason number 3, I get mad tunnel vision with the scripting and the voiceovers. I'll cut off anything that I don't 100% have to do until they're both done. Whether it's productive things like working out or allowing myself to relax by playing video games, I don't let myself do any of it until both of them are 100% done. And that has a bit to do with my mentality. When I start something, I want to finish it before I move on to the next thing, but it also definitely has to do with how I approach scripting and the voiceovers. I've been thinking about a video I watched from one of the guys I mentioned earlier, Sneeko, who's talking about Mr. Beast's mentality with YouTube. And one of the things that he said in that video is that if Mr. Beast didn't enjoy a particular part of the process of making a video, whether it be editing or recording, he just pay someone else to do it, so that way the entire process was fun. And while I can't afford to pay someone to do these things, and it also wouldn't really make sense for someone else to do the voiceovers because it's my voice that I want on my channel, and also it wouldn't make sense for someone to do the script because it's my ideas I want on my channel, I do think that if I don't enjoy something, or I think it takes too long, or it makes me angry, instead of just accepting that and just getting through it like I've been doing since I've really introduced my voice in these videos, I think I need to change the way I do it, so that I enjoy the entire process of making videos like Mr. Beast, and I'll therefore make more videos. Now the way I'm talking, I'm making it sound like I don't enjoy making videos, and I 100% do. It's just the start of it, the scripting and the voiceovers, that can be so easy to push off till the next day, and it can be irritating and take way too long. So I keep talking about I need to change the way I do these things, but what actually technically needs to change? First off, the way I've always scripted my videos, where I type what I'm going to say word for word, needs to stop. It takes far too long because when I make some points in a video, I want to put in every single point I can possibly think of in the script, and I'm sort of doing it now, but sometimes that's just not necessary, and it leads to videos becoming longer than they should. And it's also really hard to sit down and focus while typing a script, so I procrastinate from doing it a lot. But getting back to my point about realness and being genuine, when I script my videos out word for word, it does feel less natural because I'm thinking about everything I'm saying. And while that's good sometimes, because when I'm trying to make a point, I can make it exactly how I want to without missing out on any details, it does make me feel like I'm writing an essay, and I use words that I wouldn't use very often when I'm talking normally. And also when I'm scripting, and it's become very noticeable recently, the way I punctuate my sentences makes me talk super fast to the point where I'm out of breath at the end of loads of sentences. I noticed it especially when I recently posted my video on a subreddit and someone was saying that I speak so fast that I sound anxious and it's hard for them to keep up. And this actually opened my eyes a bit, and I'm going to work on slowing down when I do the voiceovers. When people I know look at my videos, they're surprised by how I sound, because whenever I go to record voiceovers, I don't do it on purpose, but I always put on a more energetic voice than how I normally talk. And I'm doing it now, and I don't do it on purpose, I swear, but it's just when I go on and I click the voiceovers, it just switch out and it just comes like that. And I think it feels more genuine when someone talks how they normally do, and they don't change the way they talk for the video. Now, I don't think I'm anywhere near on the level of other YouTubers that are way too energetic and go, "Oh my god guys, look what I found, let's get into the video guys." And I also want to have a bit of life in my voice and not just talk deadpan like this, but I want how I sound in my videos to be exactly how I talk to my friends and family in real life, and it's one thing that I really want to change in future. So with scripting from now on, I'm just going to be typing bullet points for the main things I want to go over, and I'm just going to be freestyling in between. Right now, even though I'm typing out bullet points, they're still very long sentences and they're not just a few words, but I can't expect myself to be able to go from scripting my videos word for word to just typing out a couple of bullet points and freestyling from there. So I'm going to take baby steps and gradually get to that point. Now for my longer videos, the ones that are like 15 minutes plus, I think typing out word for word may be more appropriate, but for just casual videos, I want to stray away from typing out my scripts word for word and just talk a bit more natural. So at the moment, I'm just going to be making baby steps, but eventually the ultimate goal is to just be able to type out a few main points and be able to freestyle an entire video from there. These changes might not sound big, but they're going to make it so that videos are going to be much more approachable in the future. And what I mean by that is that now, when I make videos, it always feels like a big project, and that's not a bad thing at all, because I always take pride that I put in loads of work in my videos, but it does make them a bit less approachable, where I can't just hop in and make a video. It will take days to do it. But with these changes, I think it'll be more approachable, and as a result, I think there will be more videos coming out of the channel. And it's also important that I make changes to how I do the scripting and the voiceovers, because these are the first two processes of making a video, and if they make you want to procrastinate or push it off for another day, that's a problem, because you can't make a video if you don't start. And the last change I want to make for the future of this channel is I want to show a bit more of my personality in videos. I don't want my channel's growth to be dependent on a single game, because then when that game inevitably dies down or my interest for it dies down and I stop making videos for it, so will my channel, like loads of other channels. And you see this all the time with Fortnite, for example. This is the best example of it that I can think. With Ninja, he made the mistake of making his whole identity around Fortnite, so when Fortnite inevitably died down, so did his channel. His streams, they get way less clicks than they do. Did I say clicks? They get way less views and watches than before. However, your personality is always going to be there. Your personality isn't going to die down. And you can see it with people like FaZe Jev. FaZe Jev can play any game he wants. Sure, if he doesn't play COD, he might get a bit less views, but he can play pretty much any game he wants, and people are still going to stick around because they love him for him and not for the game that he's playing. So those are the changes that need to be made to my channel. Now I want to look back and see the things I did well in 2021. First off, this isn't actually on YouTube, but I've been really active on my YouTube and Instagram, and I think it's given people the chance to see a more personal side to my life. Whether it was sharing through the struggles of the Damascus grind, giving my thoughts on replaying Red Dead Redemption 2, or just giving the situation on the current video I was working on, I've definitely been more active on the Instagram than I ever was, and it's also really fun as well. Now as for the actual channel, 2021 was the year I posted the most videos I ever uploaded in a single year. It was 21 videos, and I wish I could have uploaded this video a day earlier so it could have been 2022, but what can you do? And speaking of posting, I also posted the most consistently I've ever had. I posted every single month except from January and September. And the reason I couldn't do January was because I was working on the big Modern Warfare review, and September I was back to school and I was focusing on that big Damascus video which took ages, so that's why I couldn't do those 2 months. And I also broke my record which I set with the first 4 videos on my channel by posting 5 videos in 5 weeks, which I'm really proud of. And in 2021, I definitely worked the hardest I've ever worked in the channel, particularly in the summer and especially in July. I remember one day when I was up to 5:45 in the morning editing the shotgun video, and it was actually strangely peaceful because there was no distractions, no one was coming into my room, it was completely silent, I had my phone off, I had just a monster keeping me up through the whole thing. And I remember the next morning, so I was up to 5:45 and I had a COVID test that I had to do really early in the next morning, so I think it was at 7, so I only got an hour and 15 minutes of sleep, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. And it was because of that, it was the Platinum Shotgun video, and I managed to get that 5 video out in the 5th week, because if I didn't, I would have been on holidays the next day and I wouldn't have time, but I managed to schedule it, so I'm also really proud of that. So yeah, 2021 was another great year for my channel. If you look at the analytics this year and compare them to last year, there's a big increase. My views have increased by 15,000, my watch hours have more than doubled, and the subscriber increase is absolutely insane. I got more subscribers this year than I got in all previous years put together. As for my goals for 2022, my main 3 goals is number 1, reach monetization, which we're fairly close to at the moment. Number 2, I want to upload at least twice every single month of the year. And number 3, I think by the end of the year, it's a bit ambitious, but I think it's possible. If I work hard and I work smart, I can get 2,000 subscribers. And I'm only at 693 now. But I think it's possible. If we do it well, the trajectory this year is mad. So I think we can do it. We can do 2,000 subscribers. We'll see in a year's time if it's true. So another not so great year for the world. COVID's still around, it's pissing us all off, but it's been by far the best year for my channel so far, and I hope that next year will be even better. And on a slightly more personal note, YouTube helped me more this year than any other year. I was in self-isolation for 3 weeks in July, and working hard on the channel really helped to keep me distracted and made me feel productive. And without the channel, God knows what state I would have been in. It sounds good to just be on your own, not having to leave the house, you can play games all day, but trust me, if you've actually done that, after the first 2 days that gets boring. But it gives you a reason to get up out of bed, get up early and do something for the day. And it gave you a goal, and it really helped keep me just distracted from it, because without the channel, depressed is too strong a word, but it would have been very meaningless and depressing. It definitely would have. But the videos gave me something to do, gave me something to look forward to, and actually turned the curse into a gift, because I got more work done on the channel in those 3 weeks than I ever have done in that amount of time. So thank you so much for watching this video. You've probably noticed with how less formal I've been talking, but I'm doing the different way of recording where I set out bullet points and then I just sort of freestyle in between, and it's probably felt a bit messy because this is my first time and I'm really not used to this, but I think over the long term this is the way I should be doing things. So thank you all so much for an amazing 2021. I was reading out the analytics and stuff I was proud of, but really all of this is by you. I was just about to say, we're closing in on 1K, well not closing in, we're still far away, but like this year, I keep saying next year, but it's 2022, this year we're probably going to reach monetization, and this is all by you, so thank you so much. I hope you all had a really Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to you all, and yeah, I'm looking forward to another hopefully great year for the channel. Thank you all for watching, and as always, take care of yourselves.